From Patterson Ice Center in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the site of the 2024 MCHC Tournament Finals, it's the Vezina Cup Championship live on MCHC TV. We're glad to have you with us, everyone, from this chilly barn. My name is Devin Severa alongside my partner Reagan Cleaves, and we're going to have you with us the entire way through this 1-versus-1 matchup, the two of the best to represent the best conference in the men's Division III ranks of the ACHA. Reagan, these two teams have had a tumultuous path to get to this point. Lawrence Tech had to go through 3 teams to get to this point. Hope College beat 2. Both had pretty dominant victories yesterday over their semifinal counterparts. Hope beat Oakland 4-0, Lawrence Tech 5-2, and it sets up a great matchup versus the number 1 team and the number 2 team.
Yeah, it's a rematch of the national semifinal from a year ago, Devin. These two teams, Hope came out with a decisive victory last year. LTU trying to get some revenge tonight, and I think it's going to be a good game. Both these two teams, they're the number 1 and the number 2 team in the nation. It's going to be a fun one. Hope this year it's been a little bit of a down year for them. They've lost the most amount of games they have in almost 3 seasons, but credit to their coach, Chris Van Timmerman. He's gotten them back to this point. They've been in this MCHC championship game for the last 3 seasons. They are 1-1 in those 2 games. It should be a fun one in for LTU. It's their first time here, so we'll see what they bring.
The Dutchmen have been dominant in men's Division III for the past couple of years. The 2018, 21, and 22 national champions, and they have the most conference titles of any MCHC team all time with 7. Meanwhile, Lawrence Tech is looking for their first as a program. It's the first time they've made it to the final game in this conference format, and looking at the Flying Dutchman season as a whole, ranked 2nd in the country, 9-1 over their past 10 games. They had a rocky middle of the season, losing to the likes of Oakland 8-3 as their worst loss. They had a couple of splits in there, but down the stretch, their goaltending was superb. They looked like the Hope College Dutchmen, and they rang this thing in. As you saw, a 2-0 win over MSU and 4-0 over Oakland. That's now 3 straight shutouts for them, and McLean Chick, who now is the all-time leader in shutouts for them. But this Hope College team is right back to where we've always known them as.
Yeah, and we saw this yesterday, Devin, with Hope coming out just 2 minutes into that game against Oakland, getting that power play goal, and it was off and running for Hope. They have been so dominant the last couple of years. It's been weird to see them with 4 losses this season, but they've stayed with it. They've been able to rebound, and they've taken 2 shutouts, yes, against 2 top 16 teams, MSU and Oakland, to get to this point. They've certainly earned it, and they're looking to go back-to-back.
They have just 1 loss in their last 12 games, that being to the number 3 team, Grand Valley State, who got bumped out by Calvin 6-0. A bit of a surprise there. We're going to see them at Nationals, but these 2 teams are in the national picture. To update you on that, Hope College is in Pool B this year at the number 2 slot. They'll be in a pool with the likes of Sacred Heart, Calvin, and Dartmouth. Meanwhile, Lawrence Tech, because of Grand Valley State falling to Calvin, dropped them to the number 3 spot. So Lawrence Tech is the new number 1 team in the nation. They'll be in a pool with the likes of Arkansas, Colby College, and St. Vincent at Nationals. So 2 teams that know they're going to fight for a potential championship, as Lawrence Tech and Hope get ready to join us on the ice for this one. Reagan, what has to happen for these 2 teams on the ice? Starting with Lawrence Tech's side, they had a pretty good game against Calvin, but that 3rd period saw a lot of penalties. They need to ring it in.
Yeah, that 3rd period was unacceptable for Ken Gaffney. He wasn't happy with his team's performance yesterday, and for LTU, they've got to rein in those penalties. They were 9 for 9 in the penalty kill yesterday. That will not happen if they accumulate 9 penalty kills against Hope. That Hope's power play is so dynamic, so powerful. You can't keep them off the board.
Both these teams had 2 power play goals last night. Hope College was 2 for 6 last night. Meanwhile, they were 8 for 8 perfect on the penalty kill. So both teams that know their special teams have been superb, and it makes a matchup for 2 top teams in the nation. Number 1 Lawrence Tech against number 2 Hope College. Both these teams were the top seeds in their divisions, and it sets the stage for this final game of the 2024 conference season. We're going to get ready at ringside for the playing of the national anthem and give you our starting lineups.
American Collegiate Hockey Association Division III Regional Final. The starting lineups: first for Hope College at left defense, number 4 Ian McDonald. At right defense, number 11 Kason Faustine. At left wing, number 13, Gabe Gunnison. Center, number 17, Jake Onstadt. At right wing, number 22, Jake Adams. And a goal, number 30, Max Schick. Hope is coached by Bradley Bayshore, Trevor Campbell, Kevin Dean, Caleb Dickerson, Zachary Smith, and Chris Van Timmeren. And now for Lawrence Tech. At left defense, number 25, Trevor Lozier. Right defense, number 11, Nick Shane. Left wing, number 26, Nick Oda. At center, number 10, Shane Percival. And at right wing, number 8, Mitch Shalemeyer. In goal, number 1, Owen Prisbito. Coaching staff for Lawrence Tech, Ken Gaffney, Bryce Ebert, Griffin Grzykowicz, Max Vanentorp, and Michael Wonik. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Packed house on hand to witness the final game of this conference tournament. It's the Vezina Cup, the most coveted conference trophy in all of men's Division III. Reagan Cleves, this one is setting the stage to be a good one. Hope College has not allowed a goal in the last 80 minutes of play. McLean Schick is the netminder. On the other side, Owen Prisbilo. What do they look like?
Yeah, McLean Schick has played in 19 games, has 3 losses to go along with 12 wins, and last night's shutout made him the all-time leader in career shutouts for the Dutchmen. He carries a 1.17 goals against average into tonight, whereas Owen Prisbilo, the netminder for Lawrence Tech, we saw him get the victory yesterday in the 5-2 win over Calvin. He carries a 1.22 goals against average and a very impressive 9.49 save percentage.
Thank you. Let's get your starting lineups for both teams. First, the visitors, Hope College Dutchmen. At defense, they'll go with Ian MacDonald, their assistant captain. His defensive pairing partner will be Kason Faustin. The forward groups look like Gabe Gunnison, Jake Onstadt, and Jake Adams, a dominant offensive trio. Lawrence Tech on the other side sees this. Mitchell Selmeyer, the forward group out there, along with Nick Schoen at defense. Their top unit lines of the defensive pairings, Nicholas Oda, Trevor Lozier, along with one of their best in Juhas. And we are underway for this Vezina Cup final here from Patterson Ice Center. Hope College, first blood to the touch. They're going to step out with this hot flying offensive unit. Their top line, it's Ian MacDonald, centering feet in front, missed the man in front. It allows Lawrence Tech to clear the line away. Getting in that stick line was Lozier, Trevor Lozier out of Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Can't get the puck, however. It's Ian MacDonald at the line to keep it down low to this near corner. Now trying to take away the angle here is Nicholas Oda. Rather, that's Nick Schoen over there for Lawrence Tech. Taken away at the helm boards. Now it's trickled out along the board wall, and MacDonald can't hold the line. So out to the neutral zone. Lawrence Tech trying to get going early in this one.
Yeah, we see Hope getting right into the offensive zone quickly here, Devin. That's something Lawrence Tech is going to have to counter throughout this game. they're not going to get a ton of chances offensively. They're going to have to capitalize when they do.
Hope College is a team that routinely puts up 40, whether it be 50 shots on net. There's the first one, and the first solid save by Owen Prisbolo out of Royal Oak, Michigan. Was named first team MCHC East this year. Had a shutout against the likes of U of M that really established himself as the starter, and he's got 3 on the year.
Yeah, and he makes a good save right off the bat there, and he was very sharp last night. Calvin didn't have a ton of chances in that semifinal, but Prisbolo made a couple of saves that kept his team in it and allowed them to get the early lead and hold on to it.
Solid block in front by the Blue Devils allows them to turn heel the other way. Now it's carried out as Jens got checked out. It's shaken away up that far right boards. Sidestepping a hit out there is number 4. That's Dylan Kingsbury, trying to get active in front of his bench. Chris Van Timmerman, the head coach of the Flying Dutchmen, his 24th season. A 3-time national champion, was named MCHC Coach of the Year for the second time in 3. Last time he had that award was 2020. Here's the Hope Dutchman again, back into the attacking zone. Centering fade! Prisbolo made a nice stop with the left pad as Colton Loafer was coming in on net.
Yeah, it's a great play by the Dutchmen to penetrate the zone, get it deep. They got a man out in front, but LTU's defense is able to hold their ground and knock that puck away.
As they do, Lawrence Tech did a good job clogging up the middle yesterday against a high-flying Calvin Tame. They score! Austin Eider, who had 2 goals yesterday in the win over Oakland on the power play, gets us started again in the first 2 minutes. Hope strikes first.
They were just denied a couple of minutes ago. They come right back into the offensive zone, and it's Ayuder right out in front, almost the copy of that play down in the zone. They're able to get it into the corner. As we take a look at the replay here, Hope is able to keep it into the point. They get it down low, and then Ayuder's right there, wide open in the left circle, uncontested, and he puts it past Prisbolo, just 158 in.
This young sophomore defenseman out of Midland, Michigan has been on fire. 2 goals yesterday, and they both were in the first 2 minutes of periods. He gets it started with his 3rd of the playoffs, the product of the Metro Jets and the USPHL. The Hope College Dutchmen are flying. A 1-0 lead, first blood.
Assist to Zdzinski at 1:58.
So it looks like the assist going to Stetschulti, if I heard that correctly. Hope College reads 1-0 on the score, and they're right back to work, trying to get over the line quickly as Nolan Convertini, hard to the net, and Prisbolo has to settle things down. And now, Reagan, if you're the first couple of bloods for Ken Gaffney and his squad on the side for Lawrence Tech in his 15th season, well, you got to settle things down because this Hope team can get on you in a hurry.
Yeah, and we saw it right off the bat. Lawrence Tech really hasn't had any good opportunities in the offensive end. It's been all Hope in the first minute and a half here. If you're LTU, you need to hunker down. You need to be able to get out of the zone like they do here, but you need to maintain control of the puck and settle yourselves down. It's going to be a long game.
This has been a battle-tested year for Hope. They've had a lot of early losses in the mid part of the year that a lot of people might have been surprised by. 8-3 against Oakland was their worst. They also had a likes of losses with Calvin early in the year, 3-2, their rivals. And, you know, Hope College fans know this well. This team has dominated the likes of Division III, but some might have even considered this a down year for the Dutchmen, even though they still are in the top 5 to finish the year.
Yeah, and it's the first time in quite some time we've seen the Dutchmen out of the top seed come the national tournament. They're going to be in Pool B this year as the number 2 seed behind this Lawrence Tech team. These 2 teams, this is the last time they'll play until a hypothetical final. So this Hope team, they've come a long way from the middle part of this year, and they're right out on top. They're right out on top in this final.
Yeah, and it's a young Hope College team. They lost as many as 230 points from last year. They graduated. A lot of those sophomores and freshmen make up this lineup. One of the best ones of them is Brendan Tarpening, along the likes of Stetschulti, McNamara, the list goes on. Some of the only seniors on this team are the likes of McKinch, Convertini, of course Ashton Bull, their captain, who have been so good at reining this team in late in the year. They were 9-1 in their last 10 coming into this tournament, and they've been on fire. McLean Schick in his 15th, got his 15th shutout of the year, Reagan. One of the best all time. He is now statistically the best goaltender in Hope College history.
And he's proven it, and he's taken this team to back-to-back national finals. He struggled in that final game against Michigan last year, but he's rebounded this year. He's had, obviously coming into tonight, 2 consecutive shutouts, and he really hasn't been tested in the first 4 minutes.
There was a blast by Ader, saved by Prisbolo, and you're right, they haven't really seen a shot on net in this game. First 4 minutes gone already, 16:01 left in the first. 1-0 from Austin Aeder's third of this conference tournament. The sophomore out of Midland, Michigan has really come to life. And we see it every year in the playoffs. There's always an unsung hero that comes to life. And right now it's that young sophomore. 1-0, reads the score. And Hope is back in the attacking zone, but it's taken away quickly. Up the ice comes Luke Radu, who had 2 goals on the power play last night. Radu gets it deep to the zone. Check to the end boards. Helped out along with his forward man. That was Jeffrey Wren coming in to help. Taken away now up the near side by Nana. Hope checked on the play by Radu, who gets pounded to the boards by Kingsbury. They'll wrap it around that endboard side. Radu trying to keep it inside. Lawrence Tech trying to establish some sort of forecheck for the first time in this game. They can't do it. It's Aida who gets it out of trouble. Shovels it away for Kingsbury once again, but he's got Radu all over him. Poke checked away by Schick. They'll rim it around this side where it'll be one-on-one. Stopped on a dime. Trying to get that puck cleared away was Logan Barnes, and he couldn't do it. Now DeHaas comes in to help there. Benjamin DeHaas out of Okotoks, Alberta, Canada. Second team MCHC East. Hope with some fresh line changes going on. Colton Loafer gets it deep to the zone this time. It's Gunnar Sadinsky getting his first touches of the night. And now Lawrence Tech comes out with numbers the other way. Quickly up the line comes Josh Peterson. He gets helped out on the rim boards. They get it on net. First time, and it's blocked in front by the captain, Ashton Bull. Hope's out to center. The rim at that far side and just kind of get it out. Mike Lawrence Tech changed for it. Oh my goodness, man. Blew his tired over there. I believe that was Stowinski. So now Hope once again gets to reestablish their puck possession time. Things have calmed down for now after Hope got a really fast start to this game.
And LTU's gotten a couple of good chances. This, though, is going to turn the momentum as it goes for icing. LTU, the last 2 minutes, has been able to get some forecheck, apply some pressure to the Dutchmen, but credit to their defense. Headed up by Ashton Bull, their defense is well coached. They're able to get to the puck, win those races, and they're able to clear the puck and force an LTU icing here.
Yeah, they elected to start their defense out with some veterans in there. Juniors and Ian McDonald, who was named MCHC Dream Team, first team All-West, along with the likes of Kason Falson, who's a young, solid junior defenseman out there. We know the likes of Ashton Bull is going to be partnered with McKinch tonight, those being 2 seniors. But it's really a solidified group that relies on their small amount of veterans. Here's Reyes sending one on net for McLean's first whistle of the night. So we'll get a power or face-off inside the Hope College zone. We reminded you of how these teams got here. Hope College was the bye in the first round, if you would, for only the 7-team division. That is the MCHC West. They took on MSU to start this tournament. 2-0. They won over them. For 3 straight wins over a really good Spartan team this year. They kind of came out of nowhere. And then 4-0 dominated Oakland yesterday. Here's a one-on-one taken out of the play there was Gabe Gunnison.
That's a smart play by Prisbolo. Reads the fact that the Dutchman forward is going to, Gunnison is going to beat his defenseman to the puck. Prisbolo reads that well and dumps it out.
McKinch wants to slow this play down, leave it for Ashton Bull. They want to get their systematic approach going up that right way. Michael Stetschulti. We touch to it, rather that's Jake Onstadt. Onstadt out of Zeeland, Michigan, one of those MCHC Dream Team members. Onstadt will dump it on the backhand. Played up behind the net by Cole Goebel. This one's taken away by Onstadt again, who centers one up, trying to wrap it around in front of Prisbolo on his legs, and he cleared it out with the help of his defense. What a dangerous chance as a turnaround pass. I think Onstadt was trying to get that puck in net as he saw Prisbolo was off center.
Yeah, it was a turnover by LTU in their defensive end. Hope is able to get it to their leading scorer in Jake Onstadt with 42 points this season out of Grand Rapids Catholic Central. He's wide open in the slot. He doesn't get a ton on that shot. It's low to the ice. Bolo makes the initial save, and lucky for him, as he's down and out, his defense is able to clear it for him.
It's probably going to be around an 8th or 9th face-off in the Lawrence Tech zone. This one wasn't clean, so they're going to have to redo it. 13-16 left. First period, the only goal from Austin Aider. If you just joined us, MCHC Finals from Patterson Ice Center, the Vezina Cup. This game will not count for the rankings as they are solidified for the year. Lawrence Tech gets the #1 spot, playing in Pool A with Arkansas, Colby College, and St. Vincent, and Hope finishes at #2. They'll have the likes of a really tough pool with Calvin, Dartmouth, and Sacred Heart, who snuck in as the auto bid. in their conference. But we know this is the best conference in men's Division III, produced the last 12 national champions. This one's taken away at center ice. Some nice moves made by Kaysen Faustin, and we got a penalty coming up here, I believe.
It's going to be offside.
Oh, this was offside, okay.
Dutchmen, an extra move made at the line. Brendan Tarpening couldn't keep his foot on the blue line as his man entered the zone ahead of him.
I saw it for a second. I thought Faustin got hooked over, so it might have been a penalty coming up. None does come. We are without a penalty in this game yet. Still early in it, however, 12:41. As this one is whistled back and icing on the Blue Devils as they didn't gain the red line from the defenseman Stowinski. So they have to go back and retreat. 3 shots on goal for both teams, but it's really felt like Hope has been the benefactor of puck possession time. Face off to the right circle.
Yeah, there was a little bit of, in that first 5 minutes where LTU, after Hope opened up the scoring, was able to get some puck possession and force some pressure on the Dutchmen, but since then the ice is tilted back toward Owen Prisbolo.
What an odd play there, eh? Is anyone counting the vertical? Prisbolo just jumped about 10 feet in the air to grab that puck. Who's saying goalies aren't athletic, right?
I mean, they've got to be.
Nice little glove play. That was baseball style right there.
It was.
Prisbolo settles this down. A crucial face-off win for the Blue Devils, who need to find themselves an evening point. The ice feels a bit tilted right now, but McDonald and the Dutchmen try to get it back the other way. It's a race for the puck to the end boards, and Lawrence Tech wins that one. So a lot of start and stop here now the last 3 minutes. You know, if you're Ken Gaffney in this Lawrence Tech squad, do you think that benefits them all to slow down the high-flying Dutchmen?
Yeah, it certainly is slowing Hope down right now. LTU has been able to get some breathers, and they've kind of shifted momentum back into their favor. It's been a back-and-forth game. They've used it to get a little bit of rest, and now they get the face-off in the offensive end.
Radu couldn't win it over from Faustin, but gets it deep anyway. Radu turns around, puts a shot on McLean, and a good save made by the veteran netminder to clear it back the other way. And now another dump that goes to the end boards, and Lawrence Tech smartly is going to take that icing. It was chased in after by Trevor Lossier out of Windsor, Ontario.
Yeah, it's a good play by the Hope Dutchman defense to tie up Rand, who's right in the slot. The wraparound by Radu. McLean Schick makes the initial save, but Rand's parked right out in front. He's tied up, though, and that puck, instead of ricocheting onto his stick, goes right into the slot, and the Dutchmen are able to clear it.
Lawrence Tech has had quite the journey here as well. They've had to play 3 games so far. They won their opening round pretty handily over Adrian College 14-1 to say the least. Here's a shot on net made by Radu, looking for his third of the weekend, and McLean stood him up. Rebound kicked out to that far corner, however, and now they'll tie up with it. But they had to win over Adrian College. Had a good matchup against Michigan and a 4-1 victory. The reigning national champions knocked them out of any chance of making nationals as another icing is called. And what a weird year it is seeing 3 MCHC teams knocked out at the last minute. Michigan, Saginaw Valley State, and Oakland bumped for 3 auto bids, and Central Maine Community College, St. Vincent, and Sacred Heart.
Well, Central Maine Community College made it in that top 16. It was Sacred Heart and as well as St. Vincent, who knocked out both Oakland and Saginaw Valley State. They were the 15 and the 16 seed, and those two, Sacred Heart and St. Vincent, were outside the top 16, but they won their conferences. That gave them the auto bid to the national tournament and put us from 7 teams from the MCHC in the top 16 to only 5.
Those 2, St. Vincent and Sacred Heart, were named regular season champions, Reagan, and there's some controversy there, but nonetheless, these 2 teams are going as this one's centered into the zone. Quickly made by a turnaround shot. That never got to anybody. That was Thomas Walsh, the freshman, and a big hit laid on the Dutchman's number 25. Remersma gets his clock cleaned, and there's a whistle back in Hope's end.
It's going to be an icing here against LTU.
Oh, my.
So the physicality is getting turned up halfway through this first period.
Don't think we'll see a replay on that, but I think that's the kind of hit that Lawrence Tech was needing. 11:01 to go in this first period. And we use the word need because we hastily know how good this Hope team has been. Not just this year, but past. Has made it to the national tournament final in back-to-back years. Won the first year against Michigan. Then they lost to the Wolverines last year, who are not in this national tournament. So we will have a new champion in 2024. for both this tournament and the Nationals. So now, it's Shane Percyful trying to fight this puck over from a streaking onstop. This one taken back out by Kingsbury, who has to retreat over it. Percyful's going to pressure two Dutchmen over there. Kingsbury gets it back up this left wing. He'll push this puck ahead. Arnold checked to the boards by Gunnison now. He'll fling this one into the zone after getting the red line. Deep in after it is Gunnison. He'll have to tie up with a man, poke checking it away. Up the wall, Nicholas Oda gets it out of harm's way, but once again, icing to start this game. And man, now it just feels like both teams are trying to find their footing.
Yeah, and a lot of it is it's been a sloppy opening half of this period. Lots of missed passes. Both teams are getting tired, and they're just dumping the puck down the ice. They're not being able to get to the loose puck and connect on those passes, and it's given them a lot of start and stop. Both teams are being affected pretty equally by the icings, too.
Yeah, Gunnison won that draw back to Onstad, who flung it into the netting. Almost halfway gone already in this first period. The only goal from Austin Ieter. 3 on the weekend. What a strong start for him. And Hope College has had the benefactory of more changes to start this game. And they've won more faceoffs. They get another one back to Onstad, who circles that left circle. This one tries to fling it out in front with help from Gunnison. Got poke checked on the play by Nick Schoen. They can't get it out, however. Kingsbury holds the line, puts one on net. It got blocked in front up that far side. Held along the wing now by Onstad. It's cleared out this time, and a much-needed change for those Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. Get it down the ice. It'll be touched up along the wall by Ieter. He'll streak with speed. Dumps it along the wall, and it's a race for it, and they'll give it to the Dutchmen. Getting there first was Gunnison. Put one on net. Prisbalow's down. He got roughed up hard in front of the net by Gunnison. Turnaround shot. Score! Kingsbury from the point as Prisbalow was down. I think it's going to stand for now as Hope College gets out to a deuces lead.
And LTU's got a beef here. Prisbalow got bumped as a Hope player came from behind the net, bumped him from behind, knocked him down, and then the shot came from the point. It deflected through a couple of guys, and it goes in the back of the net.
And a stand-up play. Gunnison was the man in front that got into it with Prisbalow, and as that shot came, Prisbalow looked like he got back to his feet to try and defend it and then lost an edge. So Kingsbury gets the goal, but Ken Gaffney and that Lawrence Tech bench are livid right now. They want a review of this one. I don't think they're going to get it.
They just want an explanation from the refs, and the referee just looked over at him and kind of brushed him off.
So it's Kingsbury getting the goal for the Dutchman, the sophomore out of Saginaw, Michigan. His first of these playoffs. Had only one goal on the campaign all season in the regular season. And right now it's a 2-0 lead for the Dutchmen as Lawrence Tech finds themselves in a hole. They're trying to get back in this one with a center feed in front. Puck is up for grabs, and they couldn't find it on the back door. That Dutchman was right in front, ready for it. Number 71 in Holmes, and he couldn't find it. Now a shot from the point gets blocked by Ashton Bull, and the Dutchmen are out again. To the red line. Played up the wing by Convertini. He can't find possession of it as a streaking Ertz took that puck away. Make that Gents now. Back the other way, trying to find some rook is Jake Stowinski, number 94. A last-minute exchange of the jerseys. Lawrence Tech was scheduled to wear their home blues, but instead it's the road whites, and we got a hand pass.
You can see how quickly the momentum turns in this game. It seemed like LTU was getting a little bit of steam back right before that Hope goal, but Hope scores, and now Hope is kind of pushed back into their own end. Ironically, you'd think that it would be Hope that gets momentum off of that, but LTU comes right back. They rebound, and they're pressuring the Dutchman right back again.
Pressure is coming in that far corner. A Dutchman man is down, caught up with a Lawrence Tech forward and Luke Radu. Now Barnes back out to the line, can't hold it. Here is Ryan Endres. Endres tries to bounce center one up with no one home. That was the intended man, Tarpening. Now it's contested up along that wall by Austin Ieter. Played out behind his own trapezoid, I believe was Walker. Now he'll swing at the front of the bench for Rand. Gets it out of the harm's way with Radu coming into pressure. Give his team time to change. The Dutchmen get wholesale changes as well as this one's touched by Brady Breet. Breet can't hold the line in that puck possession, however. Here come the Dutchmen the other way. Logan Barnes offside, too far, as the assistant captain DeHaas was too far for it.
Yeah, DeHaas couldn't stay behind the plate. A little extra move made it the line there, And so LTU has another rush stalled by circumstance. They've had trouble getting shots on goal, only 4 through the first 13 minutes of this game, and right to the Dutchmen, they've been locked down defensively.
Good clean win by Schoen, pushes this one to that far corner. Tie up at the half wall, trying to make some space for it. Brady Breet delivers a check, gets this puck backhanded out. Lawrence Tech trying to get to their feet. Some chaos on this side as the flood by Grove pushes it out, and we got a whistle. Will this be our first penalty of this contest?
No, it was number 19 for Hope. Nana, his helmet came off along the boards, so the referee blew his whistle. He has to go off for get his helmet back on, make sure it's fixed up, and then we'll get right back to play.
Freshman from Muskegon, Michigan, looking for his first points of the playoffs still at Amona Shores. As Reagan mentioned, lost his helmet, has to go off. 2-0. The Dutchman lead still with 7:29 left in the first. Backhanded deep to the zone by Blaine Young. Got pushed up by Gunnison. Rather, that was Kingsbury, his man, and allows Hope College to slow this pace down. Rem it up right wing. Take one through the center ice, off the body of Trevor Lozier. Into the air, sent into the night. Here comes Oda. Put one on for an easy save on Schick's left pad. Poke checking in there was Blaine Young. They'll rim it back now. Stretch pass ahead for Gunnison works. Turns around to Onstock. Has pressure from Lozier. Has to rim it back. Blaine Young will take a one-time clapper to get it out. Kingsbury plays with that one. Both teams trying to change right now. Lawrence Tech gets more of it. And getting taken down to the ice with Stowinski. It's the delight of this Hope crowd. And are they going to call this an icing?
They will. As you see, evidenced by the hit at center ice there. This game, classic physical MCHC battle. These two teams haven't seen each other a ton in recent years. They're in different divisions, don't have to play each other, but you can feel a sense of rivalry in this building, and both teams are feeling it.
Gents to take the draw. Juhas from his knees. The newly instated captain for Sawyer Walker, who was injured early in the season for Lawrence Tech. Can't hold that one in, so it's a race back for it, and Stowinski won it, so we'll get back-to-back icing draws here for Hope's end.
This first period has been incredibly stop and start between for both these teams. I think we've seen, 10, 15 icings?
At least. Yeah. I mean, if there hasn't been at least 20 face-offs, you might as well call it in checkers, because right now this one is all Dutchman. Checkmate. Lawrence Tech trying to answer. Sharp angle shot gets to Schick. He made this nice right pad save, and it flutters in again, so he'll cough it up. That's
a great deflection from about 2 feet out by DeHaas. He's like right on the doorstep. The pass comes from the corner. DeHaas gets a quick deflection on it, and Schick has to get down to the butterfly and make a quick save.
And what is Schick's one of his biggest strengths that I've always thought was getting down to his pads. As a netminder at his stature, not the biggest netminder, 6'1", 190, what are his strengths as a netminder?
I think, first of all, you can see how fundamentally sound McLean Schick is. He's quick, and he uses his fundamentals very well. He's good on his angles, I think overall, you can boil it down to the fact that he's a very fast netminder. You can see him move side to side really quickly, and those quick reflexes really help him. The reason why he's one of the best netminders in the nation.
He's coming off 4 shutouts this season on a 3 straight heater right now. Here's Jets hard to the net, and he got taken out by Ashton Bull as that puck fluttered into the netting. I think they're going to keep this one. Nope, they're going to kick it out to the neutral zone. Or will they?
It'll stay in the zone. It ended up going off McLean Schick's stick and up and out of play.
That's what would it be. I thought for a second maybe Gentz was the one that deflected it up into the netting.
And it happened quick from in tight, but McLean did get a stick on it.
That tie-up is won over by the Dutchman's McKinch. Up the wall, Ashton Bull. Sort of a soft pass. Got through to this left corner. To Haas, the intended man on that pass. Radu and Schoen trying to settle things down. Backhanded in front! What a stop if Prismalo got to that! How did that puck get through? McKinch was the man in deep, and they somehow got this puck to Convertini for a one-timer.
Yeah, and Convertini lets that shot go from right at the bottom of the left circle. It goes through Prisbolo. He doesn't know where it was. It ends up on the far side of the crease where his defenseman is able to clear it. A lucky break for LTU.
And it's hope plays like that that make you wonder. This team can fire off in a hurry. A simple play looks like a dump, and they're going to tie up for it. And it's a one-timer attempt. Convertini cannot convert. Hope College and Lawrence Tech will make some more changes. 5 minutes left in this first period. The first 2 goals from Austin Aiter and Dylan Kingsbury for Hope. Played out of the air. Convertini into Haas battle for it. That one's won back for Lawrence Tech. But it was settled down by Logan Barnes, the freshman. Stretch pass, connects. Over the line, Grove stays on side, puts one on check, and he struggled with the rebound as he made the initial save. Barnes keeps hitting the line, winds up, blocked by his own man in the back. Chance uncontested, as I think that was Peterson trying to put it back. That was Lawrence Tech's best chance to get within one.
It was certainly their best chance of the hockey game, and it's some great defense by the Dutchmen as they wave it off for icing here.
And so that icing, because it's waved off, gives Hope possession back to McDonald. Off the dasher boards. Possessed and played out by Arnold. Off his body, Jets made a nice play for it to wing it back for Walsh. Jets retreats for a moment, stretch pass. Too far for an extended man, Tommy Walsh, as he just blew a tire. Here comes Hope again, over the line, one-on-one, Onstead gets poke checked away. Nice defensive stand there by Peyton Arnold, put one close to the net, and it rimmed just wide. And now coming back for it to retreat again is Falson to hold the line. Hope fans want to call as Falson got roughed up, and he did. And I think this one will get called, Reagan.
It will get called. The referee down in the corner put his hand up immediately, and it's going to be Oda, who moments earlier had overskated a puck that would have given him a one-on-one the other way down toward McClain-Schick. He's frustrated. He takes a penalty right there, and that puts LTU down late in this first period where they were just starting to get some momentum back in their hands. You see their best opportunity of the game a couple minutes earlier, and now they're put back on the defensive.
3:25 to go in this first. Hope College, their first man advantage of the night. They were 2 for 6 yesterday against Oakland. Both their power play goals were from Austin Aiter, who had McDonald. Got the face-off, one back to him. Hope will go to their systematic cycle. Nick Schoen, the defender, against Luke McKinch. McKinch puts one in front of the net, and the one-time shot by Breed is saved by Prisbolo. Now up this near wall, trying to free up space for the Dutchman is Jake Adams. He does. Back to the point, McDonald will center it up now. He'll go D-to-D with his man, who dumps it back in. Schoen, first one to touch that puck. Contested by Adams again. Falls to his knee. It allows Schoen to get this puck out and get some fresh changes. 1:25 to go with 45 left in it. McKinch now holds it on line for McDonald, who chases in after it. Lawrence Tech needing some help on the back end. Trevor Lozier gets it. It'll rim around the boards, and McClain-Schick will play it out of his net.
That's another thing that McClain-Schick does really well. He plays the puck not with reckless abandon, but he plays it very strategically, and oftentimes, especially on the power play, it helps his team. He's able to, like you saw just moments ago, get that puck from the goal line and catch LTU off guard, throwing it down the ice, finding an open man in McKinch, and getting some more pressure on the LTU defense.
Yeah, Will Jensen Radu pressured Schick as he had to scoop that one back into him, playing out of the net, so it forces a face-off in Hope's own zone. Radu won it back, and it means Lozier is going to have time to get this puck away. Hope goes in there with 2 forwards. Lozier will just turn around and fling this down the length of the ice. The man to it is Onstad. Lost his footing, allows Jens to take it back. So Hope can't get set up right now out of the neutral zone. Short-handed, the Blue Devils are making something happen as Jensen Rado have had a terrific penalty kill so far. Gunnison, nice move, hard to the net, trying to put it 5-hole, rebound chance, doesn't go. Once, twice, Prisbolo got there for the stop as Sadinsky was trying to put it back. Now another try, and that one's off the right pad. 28 seconds left, Bull holds the line. He'll rim it around that far end board. Held in at the half wall by Gunnison now. Gets taken over, and we got a call coming up here.
Yeah, it's going to even it up. See who that Hope player is, but Collision on the far half wall and an extra shove will send us to a 4-on-4 here.
I see 11. Or rather, 21. Gunnar Sadinsky. So Sadinsky to the box is going to kill off that Hope power play. Put us at 22 seconds of 4-on-4 time. 1:47 to go in the period. Hope College on a 2-0 lead right now from Austin Aiter and Dylan Kingsbury holds us here. And now Lawrence Tech, who was stifling in the middle part of that period, was trying to gain some sort of possession time. Hope has dominated in that category, but as of late, Lawrence Tech has had the number of one-touch chances. Now they're going to get some zone possession time. But a good play at the line made by Ian McDonald. He gets it out to center. 4-on-4 open ice. Here come the Dutchmen again. Centering feed up in front, and it was too far for Ryan Andres, who got pushed into the goaltender and gets back to his feet. 8 seconds left until Lawrence Tech's Nicholas Oda is out of the box. Two-man crunch. A Dutchman on that far side. And here comes Oda out of the box. He'll go right off and get replaced by Logan Barnes. 5-on-4 for the next 133 for this Lawrence Tech team. You get the sense that they kind of need this right now with the way the first period's gone. 2-0, they're down. Logan Barnes, the freshman, will carry it over the line onside. He's got Shane Percival down the middle with him. Hard to the net. Percival trying to get the putback, and the second try is cleared out by Hope College. And two men get into it behind the play. That's Lawrence Tech's Tommy Walsh in there with Austin Aiter. And now they'll separate each other. Short-handed, the Dutchman trying to pressure the zone. It's Jake Adams in there. And now Lawrence Tech stretch pass connects all the way up the wing with Radu trying to get this one on. That was Holmes, never got there. It was off the skate blade of the captain, Ashton Bolton. Now Juhas from a sharp angle misses wide. 47 seconds left. If this one stands with no penalties or a goal, this one will carry over into the second period. 27 seconds left on the clock. Jets to the point now. They'll cycle it back to Holmes up that far side. Now we'll get it back to Jets. Great stop by McLean Schick with the right pad. And Hope College is out. Gunnison trying to come in alone. 13 seconds now. Jets, Juhas over the line with DeHaas. Trying to get it back to the captain. Connor Juhas gets crushed to the boards. Centered in front and Schick's got it. Big hit laid to Juhas. And that's going to cause some commotion in front. DeHaas is there, along with Bull. And I can't see the Hope player that crunched him, Reagan, but that was massive.
That was a massive, clean hit on Juhas right in the corner. And it's this physicality that we're used to seeing from Hope. They're a big team. They hit hard. They play well. It's a deadly combination, especially when they can play it well. And LTU none too happy that that wasn't called.
And that most recent chance, Juhas did a good job taking the hit and getting it centered up, but Schick was ready for that. Some big stops by the junior netminder out of Kohler, Wisconsin. Third-year starter, 15 career shutouts, the most in Hope College history. He is statistically the best of the best, and he has been claimed a two-time national champion and looking for a third this year. Radu to dig in for the draw for Lawrence Tech on this right wing. He can't win it over as McKinch will pin it up against the boards, and that will do it for this first period. So the float Hope College Flying Dutchman, who entered this first period with the first goal at the 150 mark from Austin Aiter's third of this weekend, followed up by Kingsbury halfway through, finds us at a 2-0 score. Lawrence Tech will have only 13 seconds of power play time when we resume in the second period. Hope College up 2-0 in this Vezina Cup final. We'll take a break and be with you in 17 minutes or so. Lawrence Tech and Hope in the Vezina Cup final on MCHC TV. Inside the Patterson Ice Center, Grand Rapids, Michigan, 2-0. Hope College leads in the Vezina Cup final. Devin Serra alongside Reagan Cleaves. Reagan, the scoring got started in the first 2 minutes by Austin Aeder's third goal of this weekend, followed up by Gunnar Sadinsky. A clarification on the second goal. I thought it was Kingsbury, but it was tipped in front by Sadinsky, so he gets it. And it's a 2-0 game right now. Lawrence Tech will have some time on the power play, about 13 seconds or so, but Hope really was the one pressuring in that period.
Yeah, Hope really comes out the benefactor in that period. Obviously the 2 goals, but they're on the penalty kill. They've had a really good time. They've had a really good job kind of responding to the attacks that LTU brings. LTU, there have been a couple times where they've gotten some momentum to go their way, and 2 minutes later, Hope's been able to turn it around and get right back on the offensive end. This is something that Hope does very well. They respond so well to that to the pressure and to the challenges that the other team brings. It's why they're one of the best teams in the nation.
Well, Lawrence Tech made a lot of good chances down the stretch, but McLean Schick has not allowed a goal in the last 95 minutes of regulation. The last time he had one, I think, in the net was against Michigan State earlier in the 7-5 barn burner. So you look at themselves right now, holding strong. Lawrence Tech with Connor Uhas leading the way. Their captain will dig in at center for this draw. He had a good chance with about 13 seconds left, denied by him, and then crunched to the board. Shots are somehow 8 apiece in this one, although I would say the quality chances are more in favor of the Flying Dutchman side. But what was there in play? There's a conversation being had with the referee officials on the far side. I think they're trying to clarify how much time is left in LTU's power play.
Yeah, they were letting
that's what's causing the stop.
Yeah, they were letting the clock run down from about a minute and a half to 0, and now they're going to get it reset. They're going to put 20 minutes up on the clock and about 13 to 20 seconds on the penalty clock for the Dutchmen.
And there was some controversy to this game before it started. We had a last-minute switch of the jerseys. Lawrence Tech was scheduled to wear the blues. Meanwhile, Hope was scheduled to wear their whites. And then a last-minute change, some interaction between coaches beforehand on who should wear what, resulted in the last-minute switch. And, boy, you know, Chris Van Timmerman and that Hope squad, it's never a lack of motivation for them. Let's see what's going on the ice. We get a stoppage here.
It seems they're having trouble with the scoreboard. And it looks like there's only one person in the box right now, and that may be their PA guy.
Yeah, that's our PA guy, Paul, over there, doing a great job announcing. And now they'll get the other PA official there. And I think that's what it was. So now they've got 2 in there, keeping track of the scoring. It gives us time, some more breather to talk about this. The path here for both teams was favorable as number 1 seeds, but Lawrence Tech had to go through some adversity with Calvin yesterday in that third period. It seemed like the longest third period ever, as they had multiple penalties with Calvin, as many as 20 in that game. They've only conceded 1 so far for each side. Lawrence Tech, 13 seconds of power play time. We are underway for the second period of this Vezina Cup final. Bouncing puck flutters out to Jake Stawinski. Rather, that was Josh Peterson wearing number 4 tonight out of River Kennard, Ontario, trying to get it to the front of the net where it's McLean Schick, who doesn't have it yet. Now he does clear it out as a Lawrence Tech forward was bearing down on him in front of the net. That was dangerous. That was Will Jentz.
Yeah, it's a rare mishap for McLean Schick. He's unable to control that rebound. And luckily for him, his defenseman's able to clear it out, but LTU had a chance right on the doorstep.
Luke Rado is going to get this out of harm's way. Gunnison had a weep of speed the other way. He's the one that laid the big body hit on Uhas with 6 seconds left in that first period. Onstad to the net, hard shot, Peters mark. Oh my goodness, sorry, blow. Didn't have that for a moment. That's an interesting form that Bolos got there, Reagan. He kind of dives under himself when he makes a save, and it looks more dramatic than it maybe is at first.
Well, really, that was just a weird shot. I think Onstad's shot may have gotten a piece of the defenseman's stick and fluttered in on Prisbolo, and he didn't really He really wasn't able to find the knuckle puck as it came toward him. That's really what led to the weird kind of save.
Shot by Radu, missed the net wide. Lawrence Tech has numbers back on defense. It's Nana trying to sidestep a man. He does. Going hard on the net. Prisbolo, near side save as Nana did a good job giving his team time to change. Now a stretch pass, one touched by DeHaas. Stays on side with Radu, trying to find room to work. Now DeHaas will put it on net, and this one will be scooped into the pads of McLean Schick, and we'll get a reset.
Yeah, a couple of good chances for both these teams to start this period. And I mean, really, Hope gets one or two, but LTU comes right back. That's kind of been the story of this game, Devin. It's been a lot of back and forth, but Hope, as we said off the top, they will convert on their chances. LTU hasn't been able to convert on their chances, and that's been the difference. If you're LTU going forward, you need to start converting on those chances. Look for the pass, look for the open opportunity.
Been a shoot first mentality for sure, but we had so much start and stop in the middle part of that first frame that I don't know how either side could have gained any sort of flow and momentum, but it reads 2-0 in favor of Hope College. This one's dumped on the backhand deep to the zone. First touched in there as a Hope College man is down on the ice on that far side. Can't see who it is. Gets to his feet now. They'll tie up in the near corner. Played out by Josh Peterson in there trying to free it up. 2 men against 2. This near corner, sharp angle. That's Grove over there trying to make room for it. Alex Grove. He does now. Back to Nick Schoen as a streaking man for Hope comes in to take the angle away. Hunter Maschke puts it out of harm's way now. Back to their own zone. One touch on the slash by Sadinsky, who had the second goal of this game for Hope. Nick Schoen is the one to touch it. Ahead for Gents. We saw pressure coming with Hope's changes, so elected to give it back to his D-man over there. Trevor Lozier stretches this one ahead. Missed on the intended feed up the wing. And now it's going to be called as Schick will scoop this puck into his glove. We'll get another face-off draw. 17:08 to go in the second period. Vezina Cup final game of this tournament for both teams. Hope took down the likes of Oakland University and MSU on their way to their second straight Vezina Cup final. Meanwhile, it's the first time the Blue Devils have found themselves in the final game. They're looking for their first ever conference title, and as such, a first ever national title, ranked number 1 in the country as they are the seed.
Yeah, and that was a late development in this season, Devin, as Grand Valley State lost two games in the final 3 by big margins. They lost to Ferris State in their final game of the season. I think it was like 6-1, and then they got dumped on by Calvin 6-0. So GVSU had held the top spot, falls down behind both these two teams.
Here's Gavin Holmes, winds up, and McLean Schick, confident as ever, sticks the legs out and makes a little flurry of that glove save. And yeah, Grand Valley State held the number 1 spot for 7 straight weeks. We thought for sure that Laker team was going to be number 1, and then they lose in the regular season finale to an unranked Ferris State team, 1-0. They go into the tournament, they mollywop Western Michigan big, and then take on Calvin, who drowns them 6-0. I mean, unexpected as ever, as that one was saved by Schick and kicked out to the near corner. So it means Lawrence Tech is number 1, Hope College number 2 in the nation, as we expected them to be. And this sets up for a good matchup, but they're down 2-0 in this game right now at the half wall. Played out by Schnellmeyer. He gets taken down to the ice on the far side. Delayed penalty coming up on the Dutchman. As going to the box will be Prisbolo. Now Lawrence Tech. Shane Percyful tries to make room, and it's touched up by Selmeyer, who lost handle. So a penalty is coming up.
Well, first there's the penalty on Hope, and then they're going to get Lawrence Tech on a illegal goaltending and an illegal change with the goaltender. So Prisbolo wasn't close enough to the net, or it wasn't close enough to the bench when his replacement hopped on the ice. So the linesman blows that
So it's
dead.
like a too many men, you're saying?
It's not a penalty, I believe. I think it's just a stoppage of play. But that's going to cost LTU some momentum in the offensive end with the netminder pulled there.
And they had room to work as Percyful sent it ahead for Selmeyer, who looked like he was going to the net. And Selmeyer is the man talking to the official, I believe, getting clarification for that. So now that will be put on the board. So to the box will go Ian MacDonald for Hope. It's the second straight power play for Lawrence Tech. They had one carried over from the first period, but they're both 0 for 1. So here we go. 2 minutes, with 6:08 to go in this second period, and we have a long conversation with 3 officials at center ice.
And my guess is they're talking about the face-off location, because you had the penalty on Hope, and then the subsequent line change procedure mishap by LTU. So they are going to put the face-off in the Hope end.
It'll be Luke Radu to dig in against Gunnar Sadinsky. One back by Radu to the point. Trying to get in there was Convertini to clear it out, and flying Dutchmen players scramble forward in front of Lawrence Tech's bench. They get it cleared out. Prisbolo behind his net will settle this puck down. The intended man for it to play it out will be Will Jentz. And Jentz will strike this up right wing. Ahead for Gavin Holmes. Put one onto Haas's blade. Too strong for him. And backed out to center ice. Jentz has to retreat again because DeHaas could not handle the feed. Jentz circles it back to Radu.
And the tough thing for LTU is they're playing hot potato with the puck. As soon as they're in their zone, they look to dump it off. They're not trying to settle it down.
Jentz blew a tire. Sadinsky tries to think about the wraparound. He'll elect better of it to the point. That one's played offside as Ashton Bull was just looking to get that puck out of harm's way. Jentz, who just blew a tire, gets back in for some redemption. Cuts hard inside of the net. Puts one on Schick. It's behind him in the air. And now Radu's second try doesn't go. Now it's up for grabs at the end boards. Radu is in there against Bull. Has help with Juhas coming. DeHaas takes the angle away. 53 seconds left. And Lawrence Tech's second power play. Up to the point. Put one on net. Deflected wide by his own man, Radu. Now DeHaas working down low in there. Got taken down on the play as Holmes comes back into the fold. Off the bench comes Logan Barnes. He'll play it out from the blue line. Up to Holmes along that wall. Holmes look for some room to work. Back to Barnes. Now up to Jentz. Stopped at the point there. 30 seconds left. One-timer! And Holmes missed the net in the left corner. Good job by Jentz holding the line at the point there. Cycles it down low as he switched place with the defenseman Barnes. Now Gavin Holmes once again back in the fray. Three Blue Devils go in after it. 15 seconds left. The Flying Dutchmen get it out of the zone from that pressure, and a good chance stays null and void. And with 8 seconds left, Lawrence Tech might be able to stretch this out, but it looks like they're 0 for 2 on the man advantage.
Yeah, they may be 0 for 2 right now as Hope comes back to full strength, but this is probably the best couple of minutes that we've seen Lawrence Tech play. They settled it down in the offensive end. They cycled the puck really well and got a couple of good shots off. But still, McLean Schick and the Hope Dutchmen able to keep them off the board.
Here's Gunnison over the line. One touch passes too far for Adams, who had a good angle on the right wing. Now Gunnison plays it back. Turning around. Here is Onstop. Puts it on net. Wide open net. And Adams couldn't put it home. Oh my, actually Gabe Gunnison was the man in front there, and he put it wide. And now Dylan Kingsbury can't find it under his wickets for a moment. It's touched up by Jeffrey Rand, and he gets it out of harm's way. That was a golden opportunity to really put a stranglehold on this game for Hope.
It's the same story we've seen all game. LTU seems to get a couple of great opportunities, then Hope just comes right back the other way.
And right back the other way they do come. It's one-on-one. Gunnison evades the check from Holmes, tries to center one up. That one was deflected away off the legs of Radu from Holmes. And now it's a race for it on the icing, and Kingsbury's going to win it. So it's right back in Lawrence Tech's zone with Hope pressuring. And man, Prisbolo has been busy as ever. This young netminder has earned his start in the net. And I just said he's young, but actually Prisbolo was on this team in 2019-20. We had a chance to talk to assistant coaches Michael Wendick and Bryce Ebert, along with one of the goalies and Timothy Young. And he examined that Prisbolo is a former junior goaltender, has experience playing in the USPHL, but then came back to this program to help them on their run. This one centered up and never got a shot off. But Prisbolo, a very experienced goaltender, earned the starting job, was named first team All-East, and this one is really tied up by Hope as Lyser could not find this one cleared away under his legs. And every time it gets to the slide area, you hold your breath because Hope is ready to pounce.
And you see it right there. Dutchman crashing the net even after Prisbolo seems to have it covered up. That draws the ire of a couple of LTU players. They exchange some words with the referee, but nothing comes of it. The referee's really been letting them play. It's been a loose game, but tensions are raising here between these two teams as LTU continues to be frustrated offensively.
And frustrated as ever, they will be forced to retreat again as that was negated by Nana at neutral ice. The stretch pass for Juhas, off his blade, too strong. Holmes fake the lead pass. Juhas cuts inside of the net. Clay Mashik makes the save and gets the whistle. But what a move by Juhas to cut inside from the outside of the left circle in. And once again, for now 100-plus minutes, McLean Schick has not allowed a goal.
Yeah, and that's again, some great poise by the Dutchman netminder, able to stick with it with guys crashing in on him. It's the same solid play that has led the Dutchmen to 3 consecutive national championship appearances.
And looking for back-to-back Vezina Cup titles. Last year took down Michigan in the big game. It was a tight contest like this one is right now. But 12:17 to go in the second period. We've got a penalty coming up here. Will they? Another helmet flies off. Yep. I thought for a moment that might have been boarding on Ashton Bull against Gavin Holmes. But it will stay 5-on-5.
It's certainly what Lawrence Tech wanted, but the referees have been letting them play all night. Only 3 penalties called, 2 on Hope, 1 on LTU. And that, as we get a look at the replay here, Bull gets tied up with his man across the way and eventually hauls him down, and
no boarding.
Helmet comes off.
Mistake.
Yeah.
Actually, was that Ashton Bull one-on-one? Yeah,
it was
half
Bull.
wall. You see that play over there. It's sort of an inconvenient play as Gavin Holmes, the junior out of Riverview, Michigan, got to his feet. And now Lawrence Tech trying to defend in their own end with speed coming over the line was Ryan Endress. He got poke checked on the play. Blue Devils are out. Up the left wing comes Grove. One-on-one, tries to put one on Schick. He poke checks that way with his stick blade. Convertini in there.
Yeah, that's a smart play.
2-on-1 develops for Hope over the line. Convertini stays onside. Endress tried to center it up on the saucer, and a great play by Lawrence Tech's captain. Over the line, 3-on-1 for the Blue Devils. To the net, shot, turned wide. That one was put on net by Will Jensen. He got it over the right corner. And now Juhas back to his feet in that far circle at the end boards. Works over a man in Case and Faustin. They'll fight for it in this near corner. Laid along the wall, now back out to center for Radu. Never got a shot off. He was contested by a man in front of him, and this one's gonna surely have a call.
And LTU's bench not happy about it, to say the least. And Hope will go back to the power play here. A tangle behind the net and in the corner leads to, looks like it's going to be Rand going to the box.
We'll check this out on our MCHC TV replay. The shot from that right circle is a play in that right corner, and yeah.
I think it was just Rand getting tangled up with his man as they went into the boards, and may not have been intentional, but it certainly doesn't look the best. The referee's got him on it. It's going to be a Dutchman power play for the next 2 minutes.
And it's called on Jake Stawinski out of Macomb, Michigan. Second power play of the night for the Dutchmen. They had one with about 4 minutes left in that first, negated as a penalty was taken by Gunnar Sadinsky. So now, second power play goes into effect. This Hope dangerous power play converted on 2 yesterday in the 4-0 win over Oakland. At that far wall, trying to hold it in is Onstadt. He got poke checked on the play by Percival. Pushes his man to the blue line, dumps it back in. Ashton Bull, the captain, switches places, trying to find room for it to work is Austin Aider with 3 goals. 1 in this game, the first of the night. Onstadt puts it back down low. Now the retreat back once again. Onstadt crosses field, works his man over. Nice dangles to the front of the net. Gunnison put it back again. Wide open net to shoot, and it's put over the net by Aider, looking for his second. Now Lawrence Tech up along the glass, and they're going to clear it out to neutral ice with 1:04 to go in this second power play.
Aider has a wide open net right there. Prisbolo with the mad scramble is taken out of the net, and Aider puts it over by about 10 feet.
A nice glove save by Prisbolo as Gunnison had speed coming back into the zone from his knees. Holding it in the line is McKinch. Not for long, however, as Bull got worked over. So more time is killed off by Lawrence Tech. Schoen will go off the ice quickly, replaced by Logan Barnes. Out of the end boards now. McKinch ties up with his man. Aider. Another Gunnison will lead it ahead. Over the timeline. Up the right wing, McDonald trying to go hard to the net, put one in front, and Prismalo got that. What a stop. His best so far, as he had Brady Breet all over him in front of the net, and he gets that stop.
Oh my, Prismalo has been flopping around like a rag doll all night, and that might be his best save. He's down and out at the right side of his crease, and he's able to somehow get that left pad out, makes that save, and then is able to close the pads to pull the puck off the line and keep it out of the net.
The sophomore of Royal Oak, first team MCHC East, for reasons like that, keeps this game at 2-0. The Hope power play with 5 seconds left. Out of the red line, Faustin will dump it inside. Stowinski, first one to it. The man off the bench as they had the man on. They had the wrong number on the board. It was Will Jensen. The box comes out. Back to 5-on-5. Shot for the point is loose at the right corner. And the netting looks like it might be off for a moment.
Yeah, the net came off its moorings. Prismalo pulled it back on, but it was off enough for the referee to blow the whistle. And again, the Dutchmen buzzing in the offensive end, forcing LTU a little bit more back on their heels with that power play momentum.
But how much momentum do you think Lawrence Tech gains from killing a penalty like that and having your netminder come up big?
I think it's all about how you respond in the next couple of minutes. Do you let Hope continue to control the game in the offensive end like they've been doing almost the entirety of this hockey game, or do you take that momentum from the penalty kill and lead it to some offensive rushes going back the other way?
You know, I don't know how many games Lawrence Tech has been trailing in, but I don't think it's been a lot, especially recently. Number 1 team in the nation, 9-1 in their last 10, and they have been rolling through these playoffs. Wins over Michigan most recently. There's a shot on net, and the right pad saved by Prismalo, and Goebel shoves his man in front of the net. Hope fans want a call for Hunter Maschke, and they're not going to get one.
It's the same thing the referees have been letting go all night. They realize that this is a playoff game. They realize that the stakes are going to be high. They're taking a little bit of that hands-off approach you typically see in the playoffs. We didn't see that from the Crew last night in the LTU game with 17 combined power plays, but they let it go there as well.
A shot quickly by Convertini. Blocker saved by Prismalo. Convertini can't hold up the wall. Here comes DeHaas up the left wing. Got worked over, turn around to the front of the net, and never getting a shot off there was Luke Radu. He might have had a chance, but the defender was bearing down on him in front. That was Ryan Endres. So Lozier will play this one along the wall. DeHaas right back in. 2-on-1 shortly, trying to center it up. Puck is wide open, and none of the Lawrence Tech forwards can find it. It circles out over the blue line. What a second period this has been. Both goalies have been active. Prismalo more than Schick, but that time in a wide open net. I don't know if Lawrence Tech has a man there, that it's not a 2-1 game. 7:42 to go in the second. Here's Arnold. Has not touched the ice in a while. Peyton Arnold will now. Presumably, Nicholas Oda will backhand this one back into the zone, where it's handed off to Jake Onstadt. Reversing field. What a shift it has been for Benjamin DeHaas. Second team MCHC East, the sophomore for Lawrence Tech. Forwarded too much. As retreating back to his own end will be Logan Barnes, as he had Jake Adams in his face. Now Lawrence Tech's back in. Over the line, up the wall. Barnes puts one on it. Easily blocked in front. Trying to find room to shoot it, and it's kicked off the end-board glass. Missed the wide net. In front there looked like Blaine Young, the attempted shooter. And it's lifted off the ice. It was touched by Barnes, so that'll negate the icing. 6:51 to go in the second. It's turned over here. Onstadt getting to it now. Blaine Young puts out that fire. Gavin Holmes streaked his man ahead for Mitchell Selmeyer. Ashton Bull, the captain, calm, steady as ever, leads the ship, but it's going to be iced here as getting back to retrieve the puck was Peterson. 6:33 to go. Devin Sayre, Reagan Cleese with you for this Vezina Cup final. Both these teams well on their way to nationals in 2 different pools. Lawrence Tech is the number 1 seed. They'll see Colby College number 9, Arkansas 8. Should have done those reverse order. And then St. Vincent, the surprise of this season, who made it in with the College Hockey East Conference as the auto bid. And a play at the line made by Lawrence Tech. Rather, not made, as that was Gunnison with a nice play for Hope to kick it out. Now Gents trying to dangle his way. One-timer in front for Uhas, and he got a soft shot on. Now Holmes worked his man over. Bodies are flying. Penalties coming up here on Lawrence Tech. As McLean Shake will race back to the box, it's touched by Stowinski, and that one is clear as day behind the netminder. As it looked like getting barreled over in front. I'll have to see the replay. Didn't catch the number. It's a sure penalty, however.
And it's Rand again, I think, going to the box. 34, and we'll see.
Boarding.
It's going to be a boarding, yeah. 6:03 to go in period 2, so that's going to put the Dutchmen back on another power play. They're 0 for 2 as the scorers table needs some help from the referees here. But it's another point in this hockey game, Devin, where it seems like Lawrence Tech is getting a little bit more momentum. We saw them get a couple of turnovers. Oda beats out that icing that leads to some offensive zone time. And then they commit a penalty. They give it right back to Hope, and Hope's got an opportunity to go up 3-0 here.
That's back-to-back penalties on Will Gents out of Brighton for Lawrence Tech. Draw was not clean, so they're going to redo it. And if you're a Blue Devil fan, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, how the heck does Hope College keep getting these kinds of opportunities when it's a physical game and they're letting them play? If that's the tempo set, then you might as well let them call nothing, but they called that last one on Gents. Back-to-back penalties. Hope College in front of the net. Prisbalo sharp on the right corner net. He had to be, as he had two forwards bearing down on him. McKent traverses field now. He's going to set up behind the net. Look to go in front for Ian McDonald. McDonald will rim that right circle. Pressured by Luke Radu. Doesn't have anywhere to go. McKinch. Now McDonald will reset it back to the point. Rimming that blue line is Adams. He'll reverse field. Once time, McDonald, one-timer! Prisbalo with the stop, and it hopped over the blade of Adams. Can't hold the line, so Lawrence Tech gets some breathing room. 1:20 left, and Hope's third power play of the night.
That's a great save by Prisbalo, coming way out and challenging that one-timer. He's quick getting to the side, and he's lucky that the Dutchman couldn't control the rebound.
Retreating there was Gunnison, as he had no one to go in front of him. Logan Barnes is the man taking down that Dutchman in front, Brady Breet. McDonald gets it back inside the zone, drops it for Breet. Now looking for Gunnison, who was ready for the one-timer, and smartly Prisbalo saw that puck trickling in, so he's going to smother it with 53 to go in that man advantage.
And there's a dangerous little aspect to that play that Prisbalo just makes. He reaches out with his stick to stop that puck. There's a good chance that if he doesn't get his glove on that soon enough, it deflects off the stick and into the net. That's a scary play. You'd like to see him kind of try and corral that with the glove rather than the stick.
Dutchmen win another draw. Onstead back to Aider at the line. They'll cross field. Onstead, one-timer Aider as Prisbalo got tied up with Ashton Bow in front. Puck is up for grabs in the slot. Aider first there to it. From a sharp angle, has Stowinski bearing down on him. He'll get it back behind the net for Ashton Bull. One more time to Onsta, looking back. The shot comes in, blocked in front, and Prisbalo sprawls out. He's going to collect that puck out of his crease. 24 seconds left with 4:27 in the period.
You saw Prisbalo take a little bit of a spill there that drew some oohs and ahs from the crowd. I think he just caught an edge sliding to his left, and that's what caused him to go down. That's a dangerous play. Another wide open net that the Dutchman can't capitalize on.
Lawrence Tech fans, if you're in this comment section, let me know if Prisbalo always dies for pucks, because he's an exciting goalie to watch. His form is quite unique.
A little bit a la Dominic Hasek.
That's what I was... Exactly, that's a perfect analogy. Onsta at the line. Gunnison lost his footing. Now look out, one-on-one. Uhas all alone to the net. Shot, missed it wide. Uhas with the opportunity of a lifetime, and he doesn't even get it on net. Power play is over, however, as Lawrence Tech trying to find this puck underneath them. Onsta doesn't know where to go with it.
And you know, Devin, it's the story of this game for Lawrence Tech. Missed opportunities after missed opportunities, and Uhas with the best one of the night rips it wide short side. I'm surprised he didn't try to make a move.
Dutchmen the other way with Gabriel Gunnison. Schoen takes him down. That's going to be a penalty. Schoen got him up high and took Gunnison with a face full of boards. And the third straight power play is coming up for Hope College.
And it's going to be a holding call on Schoen as he takes his man hard into the boards. So this Dutchman power play, which is 0 for 3 tonight, Devin, they must be licking their chops with how often LTU's going to the box here.
No doubt. And now Ken Gaffney, head coach for Lawrence Tech, his 15th season, is going to have a conversation with Luke Radu, who's a veteran sophomore. And I say veteran because he's been active this year on the penalty kill. Also the power play. 2 goals yesterday against Calvin University. But Radu's going to have to dig in against Luke McKinch. This is a crucial power play for Hope. They're 0 for 3 tonight. They win the draw back once again at the point. The fast-moving system will push it to the left circle. One-timer wind-up, got blocked in front, and look out. Radu might have a break if he beats out the man coming back for it. Hard to the net, Radu gets taken out of the play. Kaysen Faustin was the defender who got back, and they might have an odd man rush their own way. Brady Breed over the line with help coming from Adams. Centers it up to the slot, and that puck just over the blade of Kaysen Faustin getting back. What a race that was with Luke Radu.
I honestly have no idea why that's not a penalty shot.
Both fans are frustrated. Adams shot saved by Prisbalo with the paddle. That one might have caught the high blocker, and it's in the netting. And it's played with a high stick, so they're going to call it.
And so it's
played
on Hope there, but
what a sequence.
Yeah, the Hope defender coming back, I couldn't catch the number, but it looked like my only guess is he got the puck. My only guess is he was able to get his stick around to the puck, and we'll see if we can get a replay here of it. So here we go as we take a look. As Radu makes that great play at the blue line to block that shot, and then he's
Kaysen
off.
Faustin, the defender,
so
against
it's Faustin coming back, and indeed he does. It looks like he gets the puck there, and that's why that penalty wasn't called.
That's a remarkable play by the junior defenseman out of Okemos, Michigan. Was the starting defenseman tonight out there with Ian McDonald's, and he makes a great play.
And it's the awareness to realize that if he gets the puck, he's not going to get the penalty. You can see him kind of wind up there and then come through.
One-timer on that far wing, and it missed the net wide. Might have caught a body into the air. Aeder, good play at the line. Gunnison cycles it down low in front. Aeder, pressured by Blaine Young. Rimming around the boards for Onstadt. Gunnison, the diving play. Great stop made by Nicholas Oda, and it pushes it out to neutral ice. 34 seconds left. Hope College is really bearing down on Lawrence Tech, but they have made some great kills so far as the lights come on. Onstedt to the net, backhand, saved by Prisbalo. He stayed with them the whole way, and it's backhanded out of the zone. 20 seconds left. The first man to it will be Schick out of the net as he sees Juhas coming in after him. Both teams will change now. Off goes Onstadt. Glorious chances, one-on-ones for both teams. And Prisbalo again makes his best stop of the night.
He's doing everything he can to keep the Blue Devils in this hockey game as he's faced 19 shots. Only 19 shots in this game. It feels like Hope has had so many
like
more.
30. I mean, it feels like they have double-digit gloriously. I mean, the second period compared to the first has been way more chaotic. A lot of broken plays, one-on-one sequences. McLean Schick, by the way, still without allowing a goal in his last, now 115 minutes, if I'm counting that correctly. Hope with their 5th straight face-off win to the net. It's up for grabs in front. They score! Leading the line is Ryan Endress, who put it home from the initial shot. 3-0, Hope College.
And Prisbalo makes an amazing save with the left pad right on the doorstep. And this comes off of this face-off win right here. The Dutchmen able to win it cleanly. It comes back to the point. The initial shot's a great save by Prisbalo. He makes the second save, and then right on the doorstep, he's got nobody to clear it for him. It's tapped home. And the Dutchmen lead 3-0. And the interesting thing off of this is, Devin, there's going to be a penalty on the Dutchmen.
For what exactly, I'm not sure, but I believe I called that goal an undress.
Maybe
It
not.
like 21 and 14.
They initially put somebody in the penalty box, and now the referees have emptied the Dutchman penalty box.
I'll correct myself. Hope fans, I believe it was Gunnar Sadinsky in front. If it is, that's his second goal of the night, his third point of this game. He was assisted on the first goal by Austin Aider. So Gunnar Sadinsky, the forward out of Wyoming, Michigan, his second of the night on the putback. Makes it 3-0. What matters is Hope College is out to a triple score lead. And we don't hear much clarification from the box, but Reagan Cleaves, we use the word backbreaker a lot, you and I do. That really does feel like it for Lawrence Tech.
Yeah, and Prisbolo has been going, he's been standing on his head throughout this game. And it's one point where he cannot help but clear the puck. His teammates can't do it for him. He makes two great saves, and it can't be cleared. And unfortunately for Prisbolo, it's his third goal allowed of the game.
So with 1:28 to go in the period, shots are 20-17, and a 3-0 advantage. The Blue Devils had to kill off 3 penalties. The last one ends up going. Rather, no power play goal, but it came right as the power play expired off the face-off draw. How does Lawrence Tech answer? This is quite the adversity right now. And their assistant coaches told us that they had a loss earlier this year to Florida Gulf Coast. They felt like they needed it. But right now they are feeling the heat from the number 2 team against the number 1. This Vezina Cup final. Hope College looking for back-to-back Vezina Cup titles. The Blue Devils are here for the first time. Here's one put to the net. McLean Schick is down. He got caught up with a man in front. I believe Walsh. And we have a penalty.
It's going to be tripping. And
wow.
Schick is able to draw the penalty. We'll see if we can get a replay. I didn't see what happened. It was behind the play. All I saw was Schick going down.
Let's see it again here. Watch the far left of your screen. McLean Schick, number 19 for the Blue Devils. Tommy Walsh is the man. And oh yeah,
yep.
Collides right into him.
He's got plenty of time. He's not forced into him. It's just he takes a direct path into the netminder, takes him down. It's tripping clear as day.
Sort of a careless penalty. If you're Lawrence Tech, you've taken now 4 in this game. 4 in this period, rather. 5 total. And with 44 seconds left, here's Shane Percyful trying to do something about it, shorthanded. Got turned around. Austin Aider put him in the spin cycle, so he gets it out now out of harm's way with Jake Onstad. Captain Uhas tries to answer him. Aider will go D to D now. Forwards this one ahead, Onstad. Forecheck for the Flying Dutchman has been very good tonight. You can argue they've missed a couple of chances to make this game even bigger, but they have a power play that looks like it's going to carry over. The captain, Ashton Bull. One more rush will come up the ice. Gabe Gunnison up that left wing. He's got Onstad with him and Sadinsky to the net. Onstad put it on, but it was blocked in front by Goebel. 2 seconds left. One more shot attempt from Ashton Bull. Doesn't have time. The Blue Devils are out, and that's going to do it for the period. The Blue Devils have had to play over half this period shorthanded. It took Hope College all of the period to score, but when they do, it was huge. Gunnar Sadinsky, second of this game, sees a 3-0 nod. The Dutchmen are in control here on the MCHC Vezina Cup final. We'll be back for the final 20 minutes right here on MCHC TV. final 20 minutes coming up for the Vezina Cup. Hope College looking to go back-to-back while Lawrence Tech is trying to find a way back into this game. Devin Serra with Reagan Cleaves from Patterson Ice Center. Reagan, the second period, saw 4 Hope power plays. None of them convert, but ultimately with 2 minutes left, I corrected myself the first time saying that it was Gunnar Sininsky's second goal, but it was actually Ryan Endress, what I originally said. So Endress gets the goal, assist from McDonald and Convertini, but the point is Hope is a commanding 3-0 lead right now. Lawrence Tech needs any way to get back in this game. They've had their chances.
Yeah, and what we saw last night with the Dutchmen, with the Blue Devils getting themselves into penalty trouble in that third and second period in their semifinal against Calvin, it didn't come back to bite them yesterday. You got to think it's going to bite them today. Yeah, Hope is 0 for 5 on their power plays. However, if you give them enough chances, you weren't going to be able to get back in this game. You were up 5-2 in that game yesterday when you took all those penalties in the third period. You're down by 3 in this one. You got to maintain your composure, maintain your discipline. That's the only way LTU is going to get back in this hockey game.
The power play from the Walsh penalty for tripping McLean Schick is going to carry over with 1 minute left on it in this third period. As we begin play from left to right, the Blue Devils in their blue and white, Hope College in their orange and navy blue, I guess it is. Check me on the numbers there. Here we go. Shot from the net and saved. First of the period by Prisbolo, who's been a busy goalie. The sophomore of Royal Oak, Michigan, was named first team MCHC East for good reason. Has only lost this year 1 game in the regular season. But Reagan, he has been, it feels like he's only got 21 shots on him tonight, but it feels like it's been 30 plus.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another great save on Hope's leading scorer, Jake Onstad. Onstad spent time with the Shreveport Mudbugs down in Louisiana in junior hockey. He's a very good player. He's come back to Hope to continue his studies, and he's continuing his tear. 42 points this year. He's a deadly goal scorer that Prisbolo has to make a really good glove save.
That's a nice pad save by Prisbolo there on the right pad. It's a Hope back out of their own end. Carry with numbers. Over the blue line. For the slot area now. Back at the point, Luke McKinch centers it in front. Puck up for grabs as a dangling Gabe Gunnison could not find wire to rim it on net. And that penalty is over. So out of the box comes the Blue Devil and a whistle called.
It's going to be an icing here. It's a tough one. Lawrence Tech, again, not happy about it, wanting to know why it was whistled.
Yeah, they aren't sure why, but it's back in their own end. That means Hope is officially 0 for 6 tonight, but man, it really doesn't feel like that. It has been Hope College's game, but the Blue Devils, albeit have had some breakaway chances. Luke Radu, the sophomore out of Highland, has had a number of those chances. And one of the biggest plays of the night, Gavin Holmes, I believe, had a breakaway attempt in on net, missed the net wide. Is at the point. This one is played offside, and so it's coming back out. Over there, touched by the man out of the box, Thomas Walsh. Ken Gaffney, head coach for Lawrence Tech. They were a huddled group out of that locker room trying to motivate themselves back on the ice because, well, right now I'm not sure they've seen a game like this in a long time. One of the most recent losses was against Florida Gulf Coast, number 6 in the nation earlier this year. One of the best teams in the nation independently. That's an offside. But you look at what this means going forward. Yes, this game's not going to count for the standings officially. It's for being the winner of the best conference in men's Division III, but I mean, you want to get momentum going to nationals because these two teams will not play for another 2 weeks.
Yeah, and their only chance to play the rest of this season, Devin, is a potential national championship game. They're in 2 different pools that, should they be the winners of, they will not play in the semifinal. So this is a big motivation going forward. They're the number 1 and number 2 teams in the nation. For LTU, you want this third period to give you some momentum going in to nationals in 2 weeks. It's going to be tough for both these two teams. Not playing for 2 weeks. It's a lot of practice, not a ton of game play, You got to wonder how that's going to affect your team. You want to get as much momentum in this last game as you can.
Won by the Blue Devils that time. Logan Barnes shot from the point. Blocker saved by McLean Schick, who continues to be absolutely lights out. Has not allowed a goal in 118 minutes. Just remarkable. The all-time leader in shutouts for Hope College. We've said his name a lot tonight for those accolades. Not as much for the Blue Devils getting shots on net. Although they have 19, they've had about maybe less than half of those quality attempts. So it's Hope College. Turns his puck over. Tries to put one in front. Schick had to be savvy, as streaking in there was Will Gents, ready for the one-touch feed. Now all alone, moving in with speed is Brandon Tarpening. Has help there with Gunnison. Down the middle, rather Convertini, and he never got it on net. Good job being pushed to the outside there by Cole Goebel. Both teams will make wholesale changes out of the box. Prisbolo out of his crease to play it. Up the wall, intended his man Jake Stawinski, too far for him. DeHaas plays the puck off the glass. Up that far wing, one-on-one, check to the boards by Aider. He'll tie up with it with Sadinski coming in to give him support. It's tied up along those boards. Percyful out of the end board scrum. DeHaas can't get his stick on the ice, being held. He centers it up. DeHaas trying to stretch it ahead. It's loose up in the slot area, but it's enamoredly cleared out by Hunter Maschke. Held in at the line by Goebel. Cycles it back down low again behind that net. Taken out of the play there was Radu pushing his man in, and a delayed penalty is coming up on the Blue Devils. One-on-one, trying to go to the net is Colton Loafer. And we've got a penalty, another one, the 5th consecutive on the Blue Devils. And I think it's going to be called here on number 23, Luke Radu.
Yeah, it's going to be Radu off for a cross-check. And Penn Gaffney and the rest of that LTU coaching staff heated over on that bench. I thought it was a decent call. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I think LTU is just getting frustrated with themselves.
That's certainly, and when you see that kind of hit, I would think they're trying to make this game physical to try and use that as a bumping point, right? Get some energy back in themselves. It's a playoff game after all, but that is one of the toughest penalties to take, especially because it's been all hope on the man advantage. Boy, you look at a 4-0 game potentially. I mean, that's a hard lead to come back from at this point. They win the draw back. The Dutchmen do. Gunnison, though. That pass from the point too far as it bounced off the end boards from Aider. They have to retreat. Might have helped them out. With speed, Gunnison is going to sidestep Blaine Young. He'll move in from that right point, dump it in. First man to it is a Blue Devil, trying to deflect that puck away. They hold it at the point. Here's Onstad. Cycles it back to Aider, looking for a second. One-timer, and it got blocked in front. A huge block by Logan Barnes. And he's hurt. Barnes going off the bench, enamoring that right side of his body. Sacrificing it, he does. 1:20 to go in Hope's 7th power play of the night. They're 0 for 6. Gunnison, up right wing. One-on-one, skates wide with speed, tries to cut inside, now backhands it. Onstad has room to shoot, winds up! Onstad never got there, was blocked by Percyful. Gunnison keeps it in, however. Great play made by Jake Stawinski, and he might have a break. Onstad coming back to poke check him, lifts the stick and takes him out. And they're still fighting behind that net of McLean Schick. Now coming off the bench, Onstad, one-on-one, double hit late, and he stood up too. Lawrence Peck forwards, another try, missed the net wide on the right post. Held in at the line, 38 seconds to go. McKinch cycles it back to McDonald, they keep it onside. It's Goebel behind the net, and behind the net, Nicholas Oda being held by McDonald. They'll fight for it at this near half wall, and now Lawrence Tech is out. They're going to rush to get off for a change.
You can see LTU starting to get frustrated, Devin. They're taking runs. They're taking more risky hits against these Dutchmen. It's raising the temperature in this building. Whoa. Just like there.
Huge hit. Benjamin DeHaas clean the clock of Kaysen Faustin, and that's another penalty on the Blue Devils. DeHaas behind the play. Pinched Faustin right at the blue line, and he's going to go off. There was 8 seconds left in the penalty to Luke Radu for cross-checking, and another one's coming up. 5-on-3 with 14:43 to go in this hockey game. Blue Devils are in control, and And the 7th power play of the night, I'll correct myself, coming up for Hope College. They have not converted yet, but they have been great in the circle dots. They win another one, back from McKinch. McDonald out there along the boards. He'll wind up for a shot. That one missed the net, and it's in the netting. Protective netting, I should say. That was Aider with the attempt. So 1 second left until Riders out of the box. They'll go to 5-on-4, basically. I mean, Reagan, this is looking like Hope's show in a nutshell. And, I mean, if you're Lawrence Tech, are you surprised they're trying to lay physical body play?
I mean, this is almost a carbon copy of the national semifinal from last year, Devin. Hope got the momentum, and they never let it up.
Here's Radu over the line, trying to change that. He tried to go back in front, looking for Will Jens, and he missed him wide. Hope College the other way. Down on one knee on this power play. Misses McKinch. And just like they've had a number of times in the second, that's an opportunity missed. As Jens could not find the feed. Radu's out of the box. He's chasing his man. Gabriel Gunnison sidesteps 1, 2, now 3 Blue Devils. Gets pinched to the boards on the finishing blow by Barnes. They push it, went to those end boards again. Lawrence Tech is screaming for a penalty. Look, Gunnar Sadinsky at the point, cycles it down low one more time. Sadinsky back to the point, winds up Aider trying to go back in front for Onstad, and he couldn't get the one-timer off. Lawrence Tech is down the ice, 56 seconds left now in this power play. McLean Schick will settle it down. Ken Gaffney and that bench are livid, as they have been for the majority of the second half of this game. Out of the air, Logan Barnes tries a sidestep, 2 men. He turned it over to Onstad. Now at the point. Once again, Hope on the forecheck. Looking to go in front here. And we got a whistle. That's off.
Prisbolo trying to push off to face that shot in the slot. Ends up accidentally kicking his net off the moorings. And LTU will not be able to change. Ken Gaffney again voicing his displeasure with the officiating crew. Gives a sarcastic clap to the referee.
Well, if you remember yesterday, Reagan, if you didn't join us, it was a 5-1 Lawrence Tech lead over Calvin. And in that third period, we had probably 15 plus penalties. I mean, it got ugly, to say the least.
It got ugly. It definitely got out of hand, and LTU's feeling like it's getting out of hand today as well.
Trying to hold this game to only a 3-0 lead, but they're feeling the heat. Hope College doing what they do. Gunnar Sadinsky holds it at the half wall. 4 seconds left until the penalty man is out of the box. And now we're back to even strength. Hope College 0 for 7, but they're handling this game. Still on the forecheck. Down low, it's Onstad. Pushes it back to Bull as they're making changes. Now Bull breaks the stick of a defenseman. Going off is Blaine Young as he doesn't have a twig. Gunnison plays it from the point. And now Lawrence Tech is out. They push the man out. Gunnison too far, so they get themselves some breathing room. DeHaas, one touches it over the line. Straight to the captain, Ashton Bull. Out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, in his hometown, looking for back-to-back Vezina Cup titles. They go back in front. What a stop, Prisbolo from right to left. Got across on Nolan Convertini. And still, Lawrence Tech has life. They stay on side now. Jeffrey Rand takes the check to the boards. Here are on-ice mics doing their work. Benjamin DeHaas leaves it there for Rand. Back to the point, Goebel puts one on net. Nice block in front there from Gunnison. He's had a lot of ice time. McDonald one-on-one in a race with Goebel for the puck. Gets it out of harm's way, but here they come back. Prisbolo with the right pad stop on Ryan Endress. Look out, Endress blew a tire trying to circle the slot area. It allows Stowinski to get to it first. He'll be helped out with Rand along that far half wall. Huge hit late on Rand. For a moment, I thought he was going into his own bench. And poke check back the other way is Colton Laufer. Here's Convertini down on the ice. Nick Schoen for Lawrence Tech. Skates wide with it. Defended well by McDonald. Has help coming with Endress. They get it up to the point. A shot blocked in front. Lawrence Tech has not allowed a shot on McLean Schick. Not put one on, rather. 10:52 to go in this hockey game. One from the point, missed wide from Schoen. Tarpening, big hit. Whoa! Gets taken out by Peterson. Rather Reyes, and that's going to be a call again. Another penalty on Lawrence Tech.
And you could see LTU's bench absolutely explode. It's going to be a charging penalty on LTU, the 7th consecutive penalty that LTU has surrendered here.
As you see, look in the bottom of your screen, huge hit. Zachary Reyes, absolutely. Is that necessary?
Is it necessary? Probably not. Is it a penalty? I'm not sure.
That's
it looked like a
man.
massive clean hit to me. Granted, I didn't see the run up to it.
Not sure if, they were into it before that play behind. At the end of the day, Lawrence Tech hasn't been on the power play since the 9:15 mark of the second. It's been a while. With 10:37 to go, Hope College, if not for Owen Prisbolo in net for Lawrence Tech, this might be a bigger score. They are in control of this Vezina Cup final. They have the most conference titles of any men's Division III team with 7. As we know, a lot of shakeups coming in men's Division III. Hope has been at the top for the last half decade or so. National titles in 18, 21, and 22. And after losing to Michigan in the national final last year, they're trying to get back to the top. Lawrence Tech is trying to find some sort of life. Logan Barnes, shorthanded, gets pressed in by Logan McKinch. Another Luke, and he has to retreat again. A good kill. They've been busy. It's Hope's 8th of the 9th. They're 0 for 7. Here's Onstop with speed. Hard to the net. Prisbolo. Paddle stop. Back into this one out. Intended for Sadinsky. And it's a one-on-one race for it. Coming the other way is Mitchell Selmeyer. And it never gets to him. As McLean Schick gets out of harm's way as he has for so long. Count this one, Hope fans. 120-plus minutes without allowing a goal. That's remarkable.
He has been, McLean Schick for the last 3 years has been a stalwart in net, and he continues to be so. 2 consecutive shutouts.
He had a shutout against Michigan State, the final regular season game, shut him out in the playoffs too. And the most recently, Oakland yesterday, hard to the net, saved by Prisbolo on Sadinsky.
But as much as we've been talking about Schick, Owen Prisbolo is the sole reason this isn't a 5-6 goal game. He has had countless stops, countless amazing stops in this game. Though the scoreboard only says 23 shots, I call foul. Prisbolo has faced probably around 30, 40 shots in this game, and he has stopped all but 3. He has played so fantastic tonight.
What a play at the line by Ian McDonald. Keeps it onside with Gunnison on the power play. Rather, that was Aeder holding it in. Now they'll go back to the cycle. Gunnison for Aeder. Puts one on net. It's deflected wide. Ashton Bull was trying to put it home. Chasing after it is Sadinsky. He gets to it. Nick Schoen defends him well. The rim at the boards this way. Gunnison stops on a dime, trying to hold it in for a moment, and Aeder is back out. 15 seconds until the charging penalty on Reyes is over. 8:47 left in this Vezina Cup final. First time Lawrence Tech has made it to this spot in their history. They've never won the Vezina Cup. Hope College, as we mentioned before, has won 7. And with so many changes coming to men's Division III, this game means a lot. Barnes, huge hit from Gabriel Gunnison, who's been busy as ever. He flew probably 4 feet away from the timeline with that. And that's a tone setter, but it's going to cause a whistle, and yeah, they're going to put him in the box.
It's going to be a roughing penalty.
It's been a while since we've been able to say that.
And for Lawrence Tech, you breathe a sigh of relief. You finally get a power play here. Just 8:30 left in this game, Devin. They got to get a goal quickly to pull themselves back in it.
It's their top group out here. Luke Radu, who had 2 goals yesterday, both on the power play against Calvin, to dig in against Ryan Endress. Gets to his feet. McDonald finds that one to rim it around. Good play at the line by Jentz. Holds at the wall. The captain, Juhas, cannot hold the line as McDonald clears it length of the ice. Prisbalo way out to reset it. It'll be played by Gavin Holmes. As the music's still going here. PA stand hasn't paused it yet. Juhas over center. Evades traffic from Convertini. Drops it off to Jets at the point. That far side for Holmes. Surveying his options now. Jets, they're patient with it. Holmes, back to Jets. Thinks about shooting, turns wide. Convertini pressure coming. 3 Lawrence Tech players take out the Dutchman in that corner. Radu is the one man to it. Kaysen Faustin takes him out. Faustin finds some room to work the end boards. Holmes holds it in once more. 1 minute already gone, and only the 3rd power play of the night for Lawrence Tech. Their first since the early second. Jets at the point, trying to find some room to work in the slot area. They're clogging up the middle. Radu pushes it back to DeHaas. The assistant captain fumbles a pass. Jets, good play at the line, takes out a man. They've got some room to work if they want to shoot it. Holmes back in front for Jets. Gets it to DeHaas. No, he doesn't. It's too far. 40 seconds left. They haven't shot it on it just yet. It's loose down low for Juhas. Radu pushes his man in. Can Holmes hold the line? He does. Down low, a shot on net. Paddle save by Schick. Lawrence Tech makes some changes. They've got 24 left in the man advantage. DeHaas, will they get one on net? To the net. Jets blocked in front. And it's cleared out by Andres.
This has been a phenomenal penalty kill, Devin. Hope has been textbook, blocking shots, getting in the passing lanes. They've made life easy for McLean Schick, even on the PK.
Look out, turnover in the slot area. Holmes puts out that fire. Whether that was Logan Barnes. Tons of commotion right now. As Tech has had backbreaker after backbreaker. They only get 1 shot on net in that entire power play. 0 for 3 are the Blue Devils. The stretch pass does not connect. Ashton Bowl, the senior captain, one of the few on this Hope College team, was frustrated at that national final. You could tell how defeated Hope College was after losing to U of M. The Wolverines ended up winning their first national title from Marlborough, Massachusetts. And this year, Michigan isn't even in the big dance. They were ranked number 20 on the outside after losing to unranked Central Michigan, and losses being swept by Oakland, who also didn't make the tournament, being bumped out by Audubon, Sacred Heart, and St. Vincent. That leaves 5 teams in the MCHC, and Hope College and Lawrence Tech. Number 1 in the nation, the Blue Devils are. Number 2, Hope College will be. And you know the conversation's going to be, can Lawrence Tech rebound from this one? It's loose up for grabs. Still in this game. Trying to put one on Schick, and it never gets there. It's loose up for grabs out of the air. Played out by Laufer. He's going to go off for a change. 5:14 to go in the Vezina Cup final. McKinch from his own half wall. Taken out by Grove on the play. He'll go off for more changes. It'll be Stowinski out of his own end boards. Turned over the puck. Centering feed is blocked. Wraparound try does get to Prisbalo, but he's going to swallow it for Brady Breach with 4:57 to go in this hockey game. And what a game it's been for Hope. It's really been exciting. I think Lawrence Tech has had a number of odd man rushes, alone chances, Reagan. They just have not found pay dirt. You can call it unlucky, you can call it lack of discipline, but with the amount of penalties they've taken, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball.
And indeed they have, Devin, and credit to Hope. Credit to LTU's penalty kill. They've been keeping themselves in it, but you can't keep hamstringing yourself here. Late, and you're unable to capitalize on that power play, and it continues to hurt them.
This game, for a lack of scoring, has not had a lack of physicality. There's a scrum in front of the bench. It's Griffin Remersma with Gents in front. Huge hit laid out along the end boards. Barnes took out his man, and from one knee, it's cleared out of the zone by Gunnison. Played up the glass. Here by Peterson. Once again, they get it deep. Aider with the first goal tonight, 3 on this weekend. We've got a high sticking called on Hope.
So the faceoff will stay in the Hope end here. Under 4 minutes to go in this one.
You have to think Ken Gaffney is going to think about pulling Prisbelow at any moment. Down 3 goals. This top unit, the likes of DeHaas, Radu, Percy Full have had their looks. And still being shut out right now by McLean Schick and the Hope Flying Dutchmen. This one put on net by Percy Full. I don't think it ever got there as McDonald took away that angle on the near post. They try to cut it in front. Hope clogs up the middle, up the glass. Dumped out by Kaysen Faustin. It's all the way to Prisbelow. They don't get an icing. I don't think we've had an icing in the last, 8 minutes or so.
It's been a very fluid game, at least in this third period. Much different tone than we saw in the first couple periods, Devin.
Right now the tone's being set by Hope. Potential 2-on-1 develops. Gunnison defended well by Lawrence Tech. Trevor Lozier. Lozier takes a bump from Gunnison, and they're going to get him for that. Gunnison took out Lozier in front of the Hope bench, so he's going back to the box. That's back-to-back penalties for him. And now, if you're Lawrence Tech, do you try and do a 6-on-4? Is that the strategy? You need a lot.
I mean, you have to. You gotta start going desperate measures here. And you gotta wonder if Ken Gaffney's gonna take a timeout. Actually send his players out here, but I gotta think at some point they're gonna take a timeout, maybe the next couple of minutes. But Prisbelow is about halfway between right between the dots. You gotta think that he's coming out of his net if LTU can control this faceoff.
3:04 to go. Radu to dig it against Endres. Radu wins it back. Is helped out by Juhas. Jens holds on.
There goes Prisbelow.
There he goes. 6-on-4. Juhas to the net. Pucks up for grabs. Put back doesn't go. It's blocked in front of the net by Convertini. In the end boards. Bodies flying in for it. Coming to help out is Radu. Rimmed around the end boards. Ashton Bull gets it out. Empty net for the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils, as they have had golden opportunity. Stifled, stopped, whatever you want to call it. They have not put it home. McLean Schick looking for 4 straight shutouts. Juhas from the end boards, taken out of the play by McKinch. DeHassen after it. Devin Holmes can't get the puck free. Good play at the line there. From the left circle, centered up for Juhas, too strong for him. Here's Jeffrey Rand. The captain Bull, all over him. Onstadt pins his man to the boards. Behind the net, Hope physically, 2 minutes to go. Trying to hold on for back-to-back conference titles. Maise to the net, out of the air, Juhas can't find it. One more try, McLean Schick's gonna swallow it, and Hope crowd will applaud.
LTU getting probably the best sustained pressure they've had all game, Devin. They're cycling the puck well. They finally look like they've got some pep in their step, but there's only 1:50 left. They've got to score one quick. They got 43 seconds left on the power play. It's still 6-on-4, but the problem right now is Hope can ice it with impunity, even if they shoot for the empty net and miss.
And they have done a great job helping out their goalie, clogging up that middle. For Lawrence Tech, you got to create chaos. They are having a tough go of it. The Flying Dutchmen have dominated men's Division III the last half-decade. 3 national titles, a couple of Vezina Cups in there. Won last year, over U of M, who went on to win the national title. And Hope is looking for some redemption there with a young roster. DeHaas off the end boards, missed the net. Put wide by Holmes. It's back in front by Barnes. Never gets there. Blocked out of the way by Ayuter. What a shift it's been for that sophomore. And McLean Schick's going to swallow it. 1:09 to go. 3 seconds left in the power play.
More crowds gather in front of that net. LTU crashing hard. They are working so hard to get this game within reach. They've got 3 seconds left on that power play. It's been a tough one For LTU, they haven't really been able to get much going throughout this season, Devin, or throughout this game rather, and it continues here, but they're finally starting to get some turn the tables.
No timeouts taken by the Blue Devils. They win the draw anyway. Holmes with 1 minute left tries to center it up for Radu. 1 minute to go. DeHaas tries to put it through the slot. Gavin Holmes, one-timer, fanned on. Rand tries to look for some room to work. Now he'll tie up at the boards. A scramble for it. Gets free to DeHaas out of the air. Gets it back in front. Sticked away by Colton Laufer. Juhas, one more block by Ayuder. Jeffrey Rand, put on by Juhas. Up for grabs in the slot. Hope backhands it out. 27 seconds to go. McLean Schick has not allowed a goal for the last 130 minutes. He's looking for 4 straight shutouts. DeHaas, one more time to the net. Put wide by Selmayr. DeHaas, a shot wide. And it's put towards the empty net. Will it go in? Score! Empty netter goal. The Dutchmen killed off 2 straight penalties and controlled the play in this third period. And I think they're going to let the time run out. If it does, Hope College goes back-to-back Vezina Cup titles, champions of the best conference in men's Division III. It's a much-needed momentum.
They're going to send the teams back to the benches here. They aren't going to run the clock, it looks like. The referees are telling them to get back to the bench. There's still 2 seconds left. LTU just wants to run the clock and get it over with it.
And the goaltenders are already going to shake hands. Owen Prisbelow. And Reagan, I'm going to let you clarify this. I've said the last, 130 minutes or so. How long has it been, you think, since Schick's allowed a goal?
Right now it's been 268 minutes and 42 seconds if they put 2 seconds back up on the clock, and it looks like they will here.
I was way off.
The last goal he allowed was in a 7-5 loss back on February 9th, 2024.
And that was a barn burner game. And they came back in that game. They were down by 3 goals, 4-1. Michigan State led. And Hope scored the final 5 of that game to win it over the Spartans, who are a very good team. McLean Schick looking at 4 straight shutouts. He set the record for the most shutouts in Hope College history with 15 yesterday against Oakland. He is statistically the best goaltender in Hope College history.
Wow.
He's behind the bench.
So they're gonna wave off the goal because of too many men on the ice on Hope, and there's going to be a face-off back in the Lawrence Tech end.
Well, that's kind of
with 4 seconds left.
More of a ceremonious thing than an actual statistic. So unfortunate for them. But what's not unfortunate is they are 4 seconds away from their record 8th Vezina Cup title. One more draw to the right circle. Endress will win it back. Hope College has won the Vezina Cup for back-to-back seasons. Austin Ayuder leads the way with 3 goals. Yesterday and tonight was helped out with Dylan Kingsbury, and the final goal scorer, Ryan Endress. McLean Schick, 4 straight shutouts and 3 in these playoffs. And Hope is back on top of the MCHC.
They are back on top. You thought this might be a down year for them, but with the most losses in the last couple of seasons, but they have proven the doubters wrong. And I mean, the 3 shutouts in the playoffs, they did not allow a goal in these Vezina Cup playoffs. And yes, give all due credit to McLean Schick. He has played so very well, but he's got a phenomenal defense in front of him, Devin.
A young defense, too.
That is going to prove Hope, that is going to prove an asset for them for years to come. This Dutchman team has dominated for the last half decade, as you've been talking about all night, Devin, and they're going to continue to do so. They're going to be a massive threat come 2 weeks in St. Louis.
And in the 2 weeks' time, these teams will once again play, not against each other, but they will begin pool play from St. Louis, Missouri. March 7th, the first game kicks off with Central Maine Community College and Air Force. You and I will have the call on that one, Reagan. But we will see this Lawrence Tech team again, who's #1 in the nation. But they'll go home as bitter defeats tonight against the reigning, once again, Vezina Cup champions. Chris Van Timmerman, in his 24th season, was named MCHC Coach of the Year and leads the way. This Dutchman team is back. And they're looking for their 4th title in 8 years. So we're going to stay on the air and listen to some of this celebration. The Vezina Cup at the left corner of your screen as we zoomed in on that Hope huddle. The Vezina Cup, named after a head coach currently at Northwood, Mike Vezina, who helped formulate the conference about 20 years ago or so, 25 or more. And since then, it's had a number of winners, likes of Oakland University, Calvin, U of M, Central Michigan. The only one that never had one was Lawrence Tech. And once again, their first crack at it in the Vezina Cup final, and they come up short. As we'll have the award ceremonies going on as the commissioner at center ice shakes the hand of the runner-ups. UHAs will take their plaque, give it to the coaching staff. Ken Gaffney in his 15th season. This team, of course, we know what Lawrence Tech is capable of, a very deep roster. And you wonder if that's going to be a motivating factor for them, losing 3-0 tonight against a team like Hope.
Yeah, and we were talking to Lou Gamlin before. Before the game, Devin. He predicted that it'd be a 3-1 game, and he was right, minus the 1 goal for Lawrence Tech, and it proves how dominant this Hope team can be, even in what seems like an off year. They have dominated the MCHC, going through playing through 3 separate games, all of them shutouts in these playoffs. They've dominated their way through, and the teams that are in their pool have got to watch this game and be thinking that they got a handful to deal with here.
And their pool is going to be with #7 Dartmouth, who has some NCAA former guys on that team. They're going to be a team to watch throughout those pool play games. Calvin University at #10, who beat #1 Grand Valley 6-0, knocked them out of the #1 spot 2 places to 3rd. And so that means Grand Valley is going to have a really tough pool with Florida Gulf Coast. And the final team in Pool B with Hope is Sacred Heart, who got in as the auto bid. Team's going to gather for pictures here on the right point area in front of this huge Hope crowd. They always travel well. The Hope faithful, as the Vezina Trophy being carried out, still trying to gather themselves. And the Hope crowd will applaud. Some more pictures. Reagan, let's get your final thoughts here as we watch the finale of this ceremony.
I mean, this was a really well-fought game by Hope. They proved themselves to be the best team in the MCHC without a doubt. Obviously, the 3 consecutive shutouts, but they took down the #1 team in the nation. And for Lawrence Tech, you're gonna have your head down after this one. This was one of your best seasons in program history at the D3 level, but you still have the national championship tournament coming up. You have to use the 2 weeks to regroup. Ken Gaffney's a good coach. I'm sure he's going to do that for him. Both these 2 teams are going to be exciting to watch in St. Louis. You and I will have that privilege.
Yeah. They have a very winnable pool, too. #8, Arkansas, who just lost to Nebraska unranked. Colby College at 9, who's a bit of a surprise team there. And then St. Vincent, the last one in on the auto bid. So we could see these 2 teams again, but for now, it's the Hope College Dutchmen who win their 2nd straight Vezina Cup title and their 8th overall, the most in MCHC history. Thanks to our entire production crew tonight for the help. Joe Lazier running some of the audio duties. Parker Morrison, who had a great call with Lou Gamlin yesterday in the Calvin and Lawrence Tech game. Thanks to our cameraman, Trevor Wayers, doing a great job on the sticks. Sam Tabashinsky, as always, with the help. And for my partner, Reagan Cleaves, my name is Devin Serra. Thank you for watching this presentation of the Vezina Cup playoffs on MCHC TV. The final score, Hope College 3, Lawrence Tech 0. They win back-to-back Vezina Cup titles. Thanks for watching, and have a great night, everyone.